looks like. I've never seen it before personally, but
God is a junior high girl. Fine, don't say hi to me. Oh.
Speaking of teenage girls, has there been progress on the permit front?
You didn't tell me about the hidden costs.
Are there hidden costs?
You have to pay $75 up front and then order a certification for yourself to be a parent teacher.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to put that number in from that thing. That's $25.
Yeah.
Well, you're already trapped because you spent the $75. So you're like, well, I guess
What's the alternative? You have to spend $600 the other way. So this
the alternative is she just drives without a license for as long as
for the last 2 years.
Yeah, that's what
I have to log hours.
nephew,
and I
have a
can't
nephew
put that
that
she's
did
been
that.
driving because that's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what am I going to put? I'm supposed to be. I don't understand how they want me to log hours for her to get her learner's permit practicing.
No. It's not that. You log hours for your license. You don't log hours for your permit.
Okay.
You have to log 40 hours for your license.
You're going to end up walking me through this step by step the whole fucking way because I hate it.
It's
every once a week I'm going to stop
could probably
and
just
get rage quit and get mad and then ask you what.
You could probably just chat GPT the entire process. Hey, how do I get a kid a driver's license in Texas?
Honestly, the DPS website has this like 1 through 8 steps or something
Dear
like that.
retards,
It
follow
is it really is like that easy where it's like you go to dps.tx.gov / new driver. I mean, it might be like that. And it's like the hardest part of the whole fucking thing. The hardest fucking part is all the documentation you need when you actually go to get the permit. So I had it all. Right?
You have to have like the birth certificate and all that shit.
All that shit. I had it all. And I get down there.
This yo baby.
And she goes, Mr. Chris,
Mr. Chris.
it looks here like you've only had your license,
Mr. Hitler, Mr. Chris Hitler,
in the state of Texas for 4 years and 10 months. But to be a parent-led driver, you need to have your license for 5 years. And I'm like, I'm missing this by 2 months. She's like, well, there's a workaround. You can request your driver history from your previous state. And so I waited at the DPS for like 2 hours.
Tell them you're from California. Like, we don't want to hear from Gavin Newsom.
We
don't want none of that fake crap.
Yeah. I don't care if you're California straight.
I was driving vaccinated in California.
Yeah.
If you had taken Texas 101 like Donnie in school, you would know all this.
Yeah, right.
Texas history class.
They teach you that in 4th grade, Donnie. You had to have your license for 4 years and 5 years.
Yeah, it was 7th grade actually.
It's 7th grade.
No, so I guess I didn't really get into it the other day, but we have our own like year of Texas history. I mean, we pretend that we are America. Well, we in our opinion, we are America. The Texas Revolution we learn about just as much as the American Revolution.
There's 6 flags. Texas is a slut.
I know.
It's fucked by everybody in the asshole.
Yeah. Yeah,
we're so proud that we've been overrun and defeated by 6 different countries and continents.
It's Spain,
England,
France, because France at some point had a little piece of us.
Republic of Texas.
Mexico.
I thought England, right?
No, England never had Texas. Republic of Texas, Confederacy, and United States.
Okay,
that's the 6. Okay. The 6 that we have been.
The 6.
We get around, man.
Doms.
Yeah. No, we just have a very rich history.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
I just learned that Barbara Jordan was black. I had no idea. I've heard the name. I thought she was just a woman and she was famous because she was a woman. I never looked at a picture of her.
I don't know. Who's Barbara Jordan?
Barbara Jordan was the first African-American female senator in the United States of America.
What was she a senator of?
Texas.
Huh. So, okay, well, you beat me on that. I don't know who in the Senate. I don't know any of the senators from Texas other than Tip O'Neill. Was Tip O'Neill our guy? I think he might have been.
Was Tip O'Neill Texas?
We almost got all the way through February without acknowledging Black History Month.
Oh, we acknowledged it. We acknowledged it plenty.
Yeah, the 2 episodes ago, I feel like it was the biggest acknowledgement of Black History Month.
Yeah.
Any podcast this is the Black History podcast of Texas.
Yeah, this is probably not going to go out until like the beginning of March, but we have one more amazing Black History thing that happened, and it happened while we were at Chris's house watching rehearsal on Sunday.
What was it?
What? The BAFTAs.
Oh, the BAFTAs. Yeah.
That is just perfect.
That was incredible.
So perfect.
Wait, we didn't watch that over here last week? We watched that at my house?
Yeah, we watched rehearsal at yours. And
No,
then
no, no,
I
I know
pulled it
that.
up on my phone.
Okay, I
No, we
couldn't
were watching
remember.
Fart
Okay.
N-Word
Yeah.
Lady last week.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
home
Oh,
channel.
that's what it was.
Yeah, and the Subway Queen.
Yeah.
Everybody's acknowledging it this month.
Oh,
it's
man.
real heavy
Yeah.
on the acknowledgments.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that
Acknowledgements. A-C-K giant N.
no,
Acknowledgements.
They had this whole video at work about Barbara Jordan. Of course, she was very well spoken and very.
Why'd you have a video at work about
This
it?
is Black History Month,
Okay.
and my boss is a African American woman.
Yeah.
So she was leading the meeting, and she put on this video, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know she was black." And then she was like, "Barbara Jordan was the first African American female senator in the United States of America." And I was like, "I wonder who the first straight white male senator was."
The first
the
senator.
first senator period. Yeah,
Who was
George
the first
Washington was the first
Yeah.
straight white male president in America. Can we get a poster next to Barbara
Yeah.
Jordan for how special that is? He's
Yeah,
also the first
please
president.
clap. Yeah.
The first everything was a white dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there is something to that for all the people in other states who are always shitting on Texas for lack of whatever. It's like, well, the first black female senator in the United States was a Texan.
She
And
did a
also-
good job. At least she didn't fuck it up. The first female, everything else did horrible jobs.
They
Amelia
did.
Earhart,
They did, yeah.
2 astronaut bitches. The one lady shit her pants. The other lady blew up the whole fucking thing.
One of them
I
drove from Texas to Florida to murder the rival for her husband's affections.
And the
or
whole
whatever.
time
Oh,
before
yeah,
the Challenger,
yeah.
they were like, "This is the first
Yeah.
American white female straight astronaut.
Teacher.
She's going to
She's
be
a
so
teacher.
good."
Yeah.
You know that Sally Ride had nothing to do with it blowing up, though, right?
Who's Sally? Right.
Sally Ride? That's
Sally
her
Ride
name?
was one of the women, and the other woman was the teacher, Krista
Oh.
Krista
Oh, you're
McAuliffe
right.
or whatever
Yeah,
her name
yeah,
was.
yeah.
I don't know what I thought her last words were. What does this button do?
Yeah.
It was, I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap, and she didn't push the button. That's what it was.
I remember my dad telling me some joke after it happened that
Need another 7 astronauts, NASA.
they were doing they were trying to do search and recovery for the wreckage or whatever, and they thought they had found a piece of the black guy's body, but it was just the radiator hose from a '67 Chevy or something ridiculous.
Wow.
Like they found
Wow.
a giant black dick,
Yeah.
but it was just a radiator
Nice.
hose.
It was an old
Speaking
eggplant.
of Black
Yeah.
History Month,
Yeah. What year did your dad tell you that joke?
it
Is that
had
a
to have been
recent
like
thing?
1989.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
I was probably 4.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, listen to this joke."
I wonder if he would acknowledge that joke now. Would he be okay with that
Oh
joke
yeah,
now? He would.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
do you remember whenever Denzel Washington was in the Malcolm X movie?
Oh, yeah.
My dad loved this joke that he'd heard, and he told it to all of his friends and all the kids. He coached baseball. He's like, "Why would I want to go see Malcolm 10? I haven't seen the first 9."
Nice.
He loved that joke.
Jason
That's a great
in
joke.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son today was talking about cool ways to steal stuff. Because I was like, I keep telling him when I was your age, all I did was steal shit. And I wasn't poor. I didn't need anything. I was just trying to be in trouble.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe you guys you're not out with your gay ass friends stealing shit. That's great that you're home in goblin mode playing Xbox.
I can teach him how to steal movies and music.
They're
if you
stealing each other's gear from Arc Raiders and going,
want. Yeah.
Our graders.
But he was like, what if you had a big top hat? And I was like, yeah, you could put a bunch of stuff in there. And he's like, is that how Lincoln stole all the slavery? Put it in his hat.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good joke.
Yeah, he's a banger.
Yeah.
He stole it all from the South. Well, that's the cool thing about Texas is not only were we like the first, black senator, and we were actually the first on a lot of things. We were the first people to fight a war to keep our slaves.
Yeah.
Before the Confederacy. I think I brought this up. Yeah, in Mexico, slavery was illegal, and all of the Texicans that came from the east into Texas to settle it, they wanted to keep their slaves that they brought with them, and that was basically the part of the whole reason that we fought against Santa Ana for our independence.
My buddy.
So we're always ahead of the curve.
Independent.
Yeah, in every kind of way.
Independence in slavery. It's like
Yeah.
we want our independence to keep slaves.
We want our
yeah.
independence. Yeah.
Is there Women's History Month?
There is Women's
Yeah, there's
History
a
Month,
it's March. Women's
March?
month is
Oh,
Women's
yeah.
month
Coming
is
up.
March.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lest
A
we
long
forget.
month. A long,
so-
31-day month.
But unfortunately, for some reason, for like the last 2 or 3 years, I have not gotten our DEI department emails at my job that tell me about all the different minorities and all that.
We should give each other cards.
They used to, I I used to get an email every month or multiple times a month from our DEI department. It was the best was when they did Latinx month.
Latinx.
They would send us emails every week
I don't need to watch Latinx. I haven't seen Latin 1 through 9.
They would send emails about like on Black History Month, like every like week or every day. They'd be like, check out this black guy, check out this black woman, or whatever. And then they would do it for like Asian people. They would do it for women. They would, and it went for like a year. They were doing that because that was whenever that became the trend. Of course, now the trend is AI, but the trend before, like 3 years ago, was DEI because they thought that would make them money. I guess I don't know.
If you're a black woman, you get 2 months
those
in a
emails
row.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I know from those emails that, of course, we always know that February is Black History Month. We did that all the way back through schools.
Yeah.
That's the only reason anybody knows who George Washington Carver is because of Black History Month in elementary
That's how they
school.
celebrate it in Vidar. They kill them. Those blacks are history. That's how Oscar Pistorius celebrates Women's History Month. This bitch is history.
And then,
We'll shoot the woman through the bathroom door
That was
month.
a sweet Pistorius joke.
My
I like
woman
that
is
one,
now
yeah.
history.
yeah. The Women's History Month is in March. And then I think like the May is like the Asian people. There's like, I think Latinos only get like half a month or something, or like 3/4 of a month for some reason. I knew all
late?
this stuff because I
They
was
don't
getting
work?
those emails, but now for some reason I'm not getting those emails anymore.
Yeah, what happened?
What happened to all our DEI?
Yeah, where'd they go?
department?
Latinx
they
gets
go?
every Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. That's
Yeah.
add those up. That makes like a 12 days
Yeah.
of the year.
We get 12 days. Yeah.
How come we only get one Tuesday? No, that's not 12 days. That's my bad. It's a whole. That's more than a month. There's 4 Tuesdays in a month.
Oh, yeah, that's true. 4 times 12.
If they get every
48.
Taco Tuesday, they get more than a month.
Yeah.
Oh, the blacks are gonna be mad about that one.
Every now and again.
Why come they get 48 days?
Yeah. Yeah.
What about Ribs Wednesday?
I mean, it is kind of funny
Ribs
that
Wednesday.
Black History Month. It's interesting that Black History Month is the shortest
fried chicken
month.
Friday.
Oh,
my
yeah.
bad.
I mean, it's
I should've said
28
fried
the
chicken
28
Friday.
day month. Yeah.
Better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's
Yeah. Well, you know how
it's not coincidental,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Right.
I like what they say about what's When's White's month. Well, it's all the other ones. Every day is White's day.
Every day is Father's Day. Every
Yeah.
day is
Those shits that happened. I told you guys last month where people had to apologize to me. That did not help my white entitlement the whole
No.
rest of my life.
No.
Getting formal apologies from black people and teachers.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was 15, I was like, "Oh, I'm
I'm
pretty
special.
prince boy."
yeah, look at me.
For the rest of my life, everyone will apologize to me forever. Anytime I'm slighted,
Yeah.
the least.
I'm an oppressed boy. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
You are
When
an
it's
oppressed boy.
Josh's history month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this, okay. So the things that we were talking about a couple weeks ago with the HGTV lady and the Subway lady.
Ah, yes.
And now
yes.
with
rounding
this-
out Black History
Yeah,
Month.
rounding out Black History Month, right? Now this lady or this guy at the BAFTAs, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like we're kind of due for a real what are we doing here?
It's eating
with
itself.
the
You
N-word?
can't call him a racist because then you're ableist.
Yeah, I mean, it's
he's
almost
got
like an
Tourette's.
unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
Yeah.
Tourette's versus black people.
Right.
Something's got to give.
Yeah.
Something's got to give.
Well, I mean, no reasonable person's really mad about this, right?
Well, there's plenty of people on
But
social media.
Michael B.
Jamie
Jordan's-
Foxx said that he meant it and that he actually is racist.
Michael B.
He
Jordan's
meant
parents.
bullshit that he has
Michael B.
Tourette's.
Jordan's parents were in tears.
They were in tears.
Tears.
Yeah, and
On February, no less.
this whole acting like just any utterance of the word and hearing it, at least if it's coming from a white person, is like you have shot every single black person directly in the heart with a gun.
Right.
It's functionally exactly the
If
same.
you say it 3 times, they have to do work. That's why they don't want. It's like Beetlejuice. They're like, I'm on my break. This is not my job.
I mean, it feels like we're gonna have like kind of a reckoning where we're like, come on, guys, we have to talk context and we have to talk like intent and we have to.
Yeah.
We can't just put our fingers in our ears and no, the word was uttered, therefore we have to completely defer to the absolutely most outraged and offended person's context and their reading of the situation.
My 2 black buddies at the city would introduce me that way. They'd be like, "This is my N-word, Josh."
Yeah.
And to their black friends out in public, if we ran into their friends while we're in the field,
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Well, it's okay. He's one of the good ones."
Yeah.
I was like, "What if I said that to you, about y'all when I introduced you to my white friends?"
Yeah, I would never call
Don't
one
worry,
of you the
he's
good
one
ones.
of the good ones.
I would never say that about you.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You guys can call me it, but I can't even say it." And they were like, "No, go ahead, say it." Go ahead.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, now I don't want to.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're daring you. Say
Yeah,
it.
now you're
Let's say it.
you're on the spot. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. See what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is that like I learned over the course of my life exactly not to say it. I don't say it in the presence
Oh, yeah.
of anyone.
Oh, you don't say it, comma.
unless it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, like I don't say it. It would never escape my lips around any of my black friends.
Another thing that I think you could say about yourself is that you would never call someone that. You would never be like, "Hey, look at that,"
and never with an anger or
Yeah.
any of
No.
that kind of stuff. Like, and also,
What if you said fart first and you were
see, that's the other
nailing
thing is
something?
that like,
Yeah.
what if you just
Yeah.
want to say the worst thing you could possibly
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
right?
That lady should say that she had Tourette's.
Yeah.
And that you're ableist
Yeah.
if you call her a
Yeah.
racist.
And that's a lot of times
She
when
needs to
it's
go get
said.
diagnosed with mild Tourette's real quick.
I mean, a lot of times whenever when people say a slur or they say something, they just want to say the worst thing to somebody that they possibly can to piss the other
Yeah,
person
like the
off.
lady on the metro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The lady on the New York subway.
At what point are you just saying the worst thing to get a rise out of the person? What's the dividing line between that and between you actually thinking that you are superior to their race?
There's women who
know?
have cunt that way. That's like the N word to them. They can't even
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah, they're just like blinding
Oh!
white rage.
Yeah.
It's like the subway lady. She said the word at those ladies, and they turned into Walking Dead zombies, clawing at the doors,
That's nice.
trying to get at her.
I thought you were going to go the Trump way.
Well, I mean,
Rattling the cage door.
is there? Are we? Maybe I'll
Devil's advocate.
I'll devil's advocate a little bit. Is there nothing that someone could say to you where you'd be like, "Oh no, you didn't"? No, nothing.
When people say things to me that like make me mad, I'm like, okay, that's going in the ledger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm very
Yeah.
much a revenge is a dish best served cold.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, say
I
it.
don't go into a blinding white hot rage to something that people say to me.
Yeah.
I file it away, and then at some point, if there's some red on your ledger, I'm gonna make sure that I
Right.
get that back a little bit.
Right.
But I'm not gonna like start just.
Yeah, I mean,
after
I think
somebody.
the thing that's like the thing is that
Now,
the
if I was
people who are-
black, maybe if I just
Yeah.
heard if somebody said that at me, I would just be like, "Oh no, you didn't!" and start charging them or whatever.
yeah,
But I'm like, that doesn't look good, right?
Yeah.
if
for sure,
the
yeah.
magic word turns you into exactly what they say that you are, that's pretty fucked up,
right.
You know,
an animal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is, right? Like you're dehumanizing
Yeah.
someone by saying a thing,
and then they act in that
inhuman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, and there's so much, especially on like social media and stuff. Like, oh no, if you say that word to a black person, you deserve to have the shit beat out of you, and that is right and correct.
Well, okay, but I think that maybe if you're like, hey, you're a stupid da-da-da,
Yeah.
then yeah, you probably do
They
deserve
need
to have
one.
the-
There needs to be a white people one that pisses off. The problem is we haven't been historically disenfranchised enough to have it feel like any kind of hate speech anytime anybody says any word.
I guess
Like there's not, we were talking before about casual jibing and mockery among white guys is fun, like in Gran Torino.
yeah,
But with black people, it could turn into a lynching if you're in the wrong place.
right.
Well, you ain't from around here, are you?
Yeah.
And if that's just
Yeah.
a nice conversation, but it could go south.
Right.
And then they also, black on black in the streets, they'll start joning on each other, and it could result in a shooting.
Right.
White people, we don't. It never escalate. We de-escalate. That's
Yeah.
why all the cops are Irish. We're good at
Yeah.
de-escalating.
Yeah.
The worst thing we'll do is shoot ourselves in the armpit like Peter Green. Zed's dead, baby. Did you hear
he
that?
shot himself.
Shot himself in the armpit.
Accidental shooting.
We need a White History Month for that guy.
Yeah.
You can memorialize Zed.
Yeah.
Is that the Kill Bill thing?
Is
The-
from
the
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction guy.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Oh, Zed is dead. Yeah.
The guy from The Mask.
guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was dead. Everybody thought he was a
Yeah.
junkie, and he OD'd. And then the report came
Like he's cleaning a gun or something.
that he shot himself in the armpit. I don't know.
Accidentally, yeah.
He was on heroin.
On stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can imagine someone saying something to me that makes me really angry. The thing that I can't imagine is then going on social media and like trying to, or any sort of public forum at all, like going out on the
Yeah.
street. I mean, like, look at what Josh said to me. He called me a honky ass donkey.
You know what
or
pisses
something
white
like
people
that
off the most is if you call them a racist. Then
Yeah.
oh,
Well, yeah.
I would never.
I mean, I think in certain contexts, right?
you got caught.
If you were hanging out with a bunch of people, and you thought you were friends, and they were like legitimately calling you racist, like I can see getting pissed off about that.
Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't take to the fucking streets. I would just be like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
Call me a fucking
but
racist.
I wouldn't go into a violent rage.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it does nothing anyone could say would make me feel like I'm automatically entitled to kick their ass.
I went into a violent rage once. Did I ever tell you guys about this? The time the guys took my wallet, my friends. We were at this bar, and there was a piano, and they're like, "Hey, go play the piano." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
I heard you're an excellent pianist.
I have my moments of pianism.
Yeah.
And
Tickle the ivories.
so I went over and played the piano, and when I came back, my wallet was gone, and I was like, "Hey, I knew
Somebody took that guy's wallet.
I knew immediately, and it's all of my buddies sitting at the table,
You knew immediately that it was a black guy.
and I was like, Dwight,
Yeah.
give me the wallet."
Dwayne.
Hey, Clarence!
And I was like, "Hey, give me my wallet," and they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "My
We
wallet."
got to do this shit.
Now we gotta do this shit,
Is this
right?
fun now?
This is great. And they're like, "Nope, no, come on, let's go." And I'm like, "I'm not leaving without my wallet." They're like, "You'll find it later." And I'm like, "Dude, fuck you guys."
Yeah.
We're in a foreign country. I was like, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm not leaving."
I'm not getting broke down palaced.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
leaving.
have my ID.
Right, I'm not leaving this fucking bar in China
Yeah.
without my fucking wallet. Just give it to me. And they just kept pushing it and kept pushing it. And finally, I just broke, and I was like, "You know what?" I'm like, "I've looked at you and your stupid brown ass teeth for the last 3 fucking years. I never said a thing about it, but you fucking disgust me.
Oh, nice.
You're fucking gross. I can't even stand to fucking look at you." And I took each one of them.
You went by. We
I
roasted
went
every
one,
single-
I
you did
went
a total
one,
roast, yeah.
and I went one by one. I just was like, "And you, and you,
Yeah.
and you," and everyone was just silent. They were like,
That's how you fuck with a white dude. Take his money.
"Yeah,
Somebody from our diaspora, our Jewish
Yeah.
diaspora.
yeah."
Yeah.
They took my wallet
It's not
with,
a word.
with
It's
like
a
$3 worth
Yeah.
of currency
an
in it.
action.
So then,
it's a coin.
the next morning, I come down and everyone's just like dead silent still, and they're like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like,
Yeah, I have my wallet.
"Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I have my wallet.
I'm good.
And then I was like, "Fuck, is this going to turn into like an HR thing?" Because I was really like,
It was a
ruthless.
work
It was a work thing.
So you,
That's
Yeah.
a dumb prank.
wow.
It was a dumb prank.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
What's
I
up?
was really, really like
Yeah.
really mad. I was really mad.
Yeah.
So they didn't say anything, but they did something to me that pushed me over the edge. So I guess what I'm saying is I can imagine getting pushed over the edge. The thing I can't imagine is trying to garner public sympathy for it. Like
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, like, dude, fuck you. You weren't there. Like you have there's no like context for you to be personally offended by a disabled person screaming the N-word.
Well, I think a big part of it is, I mean, all this stuff is kind of a new religion.
Yeah.
And it goes towards like it's almost like these deeply held religious beliefs now.
And people now get to make the rules too.
Yeah.
So they love it because
So
it's like,
if-
ooh, I helped
if-
with that one.
If
Yeah,
a
yeah.
white, I mean, I've had this said to me by freaking awful AWFL members of my family that there's no context where a white person should say the N-word. And I said, well, what about
Well,
if you're
it's
making
more
a movie
nuanced.
that happens in the 1950s and it's about segregation and the hero of the movie is a black girl who's trying to go to a white school and all the white actors have to call her the N-word because they're the bad guys. And it shows you how much bad guys, and you know, it doesn't, like, you have to think about
there are
things.
times
you know?
historically that happened.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make a,
Yeah, so
it's not on film, but if you want to make a film about
or
it,
what if you're quoting someone?
yeah.
Or what if your kid asks you like, "Hey, I heard this word." Are you then allowed to like say it and be like, "Yes, it
Or what if
means."
you have Tourette's at the BAFTAs? Or what if you
Yeah.
hammer the wrong thing on the Home and Garden channel? Apparently, there's some loopholes now.
Or what if a black guy's walking through your neighborhood?
I
mean,
think
this-
it's really gives more power to it that they're highlighting it so much.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to get it. I think white people or the Jewish pedophile media, Hollywood elite, are trying to get it back.
But I also think
Because
that
why is there so much coverage about this BAFTAs and this Home and Garden lady?
Yeah.
It could have just happened and went away, and nobody would have had to do anything.
Has there been a lot of coverage? I don't know.
yeah, there's. I mean, the BAFTA or the home HGTV lady was. It was like at least 2 or 3 days. The BAFTA thing happened on Sunday, and they're still talking about it today. I think a lot of what it is also is it's a power move.
Yeah.
If you can say you are not allowed to say this word at all, and if there's any utterance of this word in any context whatsoever that comes out of your mouth, then we immediately have power over you. It all feels like kind of a lot of the kind of feminism, the kind of any type of like sexist, racist, homophobic, whatever. Getting offended at that almost there's like this agreement between that entire crowd that like you now have power over the person that you took offense from.
Well, that's has a religious dimension too, right?
Yes, yeah.
I don't
so
like
it all just feels
mayo.
like it feels like religion for people who don't believe in God.
Yeah,
it's that part of your brain that is going to be there whether you believe in a talking snake or not, or that a guy died and came back 3 days later. It has to be filled by something,
right?
And for a lot of people, the simplest, easiest thing is, oh well, yeah, racism. Obviously, racists are horrible. Look at slavery. Look at this thing. Okay, now that's the bad guy. That's evil. That's the devil. That's Satan. Therefore, we have to apply that to our mental structure, right?
Maybe even more fundamental is that humans need purpose.
Yeah.
And if they don't have it through organized religion, then they make up a religion like,
we had the fight or flight, the medulla oblongata.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get used, there's no tigers
And-
anywhere chasing you. You have to make up that's why women are bird-brained and they're always like, bah, because they sit at home and don't do anything.
Donnie's purpose is jerking off 3 times.
Three times a day.
We found that.
You said I was wired wrong because I have a wet dream if I don't bust for 2 days. That's because you're jacking it thrice fortnightly.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was trying to think of like the last time I went like at a day without it.
It was a dark
And I was also thinking about the last time I went like,
last Women's History Month.
multiple days. Maybe there's been some like vacations that I've taken with family where we're in a hotel room or something, and I'm like, okay, not for like 2 or 3
just coming
days.
on my dad.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
That's the longest I've gone without a beer or a cigarette or weed.
Yeah, that's on a
That's when
vacation.
I go with my
yeah.
family.
Yeah. So yeah, I think
And by like day 4, I'm like, I fucking hate everybody.
I would say that since since the first time when you're a kid, there has probably been less than 365 days that I haven't jerked off.
Yeah, you gotta
Total.
get them out.
Yeah.
There's a limited number. You gotta get them
like
all.
Yeah.
out of all my
Yeah.
life from the time I was 13
Yeah.
to now, there's maybe a year's worth of days where I didn't, like maybe 365 days.
Like
in that
when I was
entire life.
16, I had 2 magazines,
Yeah.
period. And I
Yeah.
got tired of those women.
Yeah.
And then once the internet came out, I was like, well, I got to see every naked woman. It became urgent. Like, because for my whole life up to then, there was a finite number of naked women.
There's like 30.
Was whatever was
Yeah.
in all the magazines so
Right.
far. That was what I could have access to. And I was like, I got to see every one of them. If there's any woman on planet where we're willing to get her floppers out,
Right.
I need to be a part of it. I need to know what they
Right.
look like. Because
Right.
there could be the perfect ones. And I didn't see them.
That's what the Alanis Morissette song "You Ought to Know" is about.
All the tits.
About you ought to know about all the tits.
Because the tits that you've seen haven't been enough of it all. The tits in the world and they're open wide. Yeah.
The problem with Josh calling him flompers is it makes me think that he thinks that like the really saggy
Right.
old lady ones are
Right.
hot. And I'm
That-
like, come on, dude.
Flomper,
different.
yeah, Flomper to me doesn't. It's
Yeah.
not a voluptuous,
Yeah,
nice.
Jumblies is nice. Jigglies.
Jumblies?
I can't think of
I like
I can't think of
verbs.
a pet name for boobs.
I
Or
just like
tits.
boobs.
Yeah, boobs, tits.
I mean, I like the degrading ones. Yams.
Tits, even tits to me, it's
Fun
it's
bags.
like. Don't get me wrong. I'm not offended by it. I'm not going to like
Yeah.
cry and start to go on social media and make a big stink about it. But even tits to me, I'm just kind of like, I like boobs. There's something
Yeah.
about the word
Boobs is
boobs.
nice. It bounces off the tongue.
Boob. Yeah, it's very.
Boob,
Yeah.
boob, 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 boob. You know what? I don't like mayo ass. That makes me annoyed. 'Cause
Mayo
we're-
ass.
for white people. Because I don't like being the basic
Never heard that.
default. Like the
Never
only
heard
thing that
mayo
bothers
ass.
me about being a white male is that I'm for 50 years I'm the first thing that comes up on the character creator before you change anything. And I don't like.
What does
being
that
the-
mean? Is that like a video
we're just
game
the
thing?
basic default setting
the
of
default setting?
everything. And basic in Star Wars is English. Do you speak basic? And it's like white people are basic.
Mm.
And then they hate everybody hates white people because we're so stodgy and British and, stuck up and formal.
Yeah.
But the fucking Death Star works good. It blew up a fucking planet.
Somebody made the point was like, I mean, the British people sent all their criminals to an island, and within 50 years, it was one of the best countries in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Within 50 years.
And you can't brag about that stuff as a white. You cannot brag about that stuff because it's just white people are better, and then you're a Nazi. So they've totally got white people. We can't brag or have any pride in us, but we have adapted to that and said no. We shouldn't have it because you shouldn't. Being born something does not confer that upon you. The problem is that we're the only ones who did that.
Yeah.
All the other people are like, well, I was born this way. That means I'm proud of what I am, and I have to, applaud them, and I'm like, no, you should be like me. Like, you should be like Star Trek. That whenever they bring Abraham Lincoln onto the thing, and he goes, what a charming negress to her.
Here's
and
all the
she has
slavery
no
I stole.
reaction to it at all because it's like it has no context in her brain because
Right.
everything is so equal.
Yeah.
She doesn't even see herself as a black person. You know, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And
That's actually what we would want.
Yeah.
If society like operated perfectly, that's actually what
and
we
in
would
the
want.
and
right?
it feels like I learned that in the 90s and into the 2000s. Everybody was like, there was the whole I don't see race kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which that is racist to not see race.
Right.
Because you have to be constantly aware of like the power dynamics and
Right.
the structures of all of society, right?
It's almost like the horseshoe theory of politics, but it's like the horseshoe theory of race politics, where like the most anti-racist people are more like Klansmen.
Yeah, because they're constantly like, okay, you're black, so you're this. You're white, so you're this. You're Asian, so you're this.
Yeah.
So you're gay, so you're like putting everybody in these categories.
You're gay.
Yeah, you're gay and all that. But that's back to what I was saying about religion is the same like mechanism of that kind of stuff. It leads you just doing some of the crazy shit that you see religious people doing, like people saying that the Bible is perfect and true, therefore there had to have been a talking snake that convinced a woman to eat a piece of fruit, and that's why childbirth hurts, right?
Yeah.
The same way we're like, oh, this guy who obviously has Tourette's, who was at an award show for the movie about himself.
Yeah.
God made him beautiful.
And in the movie, there's scenes of people just beating the shit out of him because he says, like, he calls a guy's girlfriend a slut, and he tells the queen, "Fuck the queen" when he meets her, and all these kind of. He goes into testify at court after some guys beat the shit out of him and they get arrested, and whenever he's trying to swear that he's going to tell the truth, he goes, "Do you swear?" He's like, "Yes, I swear." "No, I don't. I'm going to lie." He does shit like that.
I'm sorry, I've got awesome Tourette's. I always say the most awesome thing you could
Yeah.
possibly say in a moment. Oopsies.
Yeah, and it caps off with this amazing movie about his life, this emotional, like, touching movie about how horrible it is to be him, and he gets invited to the BAFTA awards, and his Tourette's makes him call Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo the N-word, and it gets picked up and broadcast.
It wasn't plural,
Isn't it
right?
just such a perfect?
It's
like
yeah.
It's like an episode of a sitcom. It's like
wasn't-
an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
It wasn't plural, right? He was talking to one of them. Which one was he talking to?
Yeah. They should put him on trial and make him specify which one he was talking to.
Talking to Creed or Delroy?
Yeah.
And so everybody who's on the black side of the black versus Tourette's war that I'm seeing are saying how horrible it must have been for the two of them to hear that horrible word, and it's all about like they're little babies. They're just these poor little babies, you know.
They can't
They're
handle hearing.
infantilized, and I'm like, and I definitely empathize. I'm like, dude, I get it. That's fucked up. If you're a black person and you're presenting an award at the BAFTAs, and then you just hear somebody say the N-word at you from the crowd, that's insane. That is fucked up. But if it was me, and then I didn't know, supposedly, and then somebody backstage said, "Oh yeah, that's the guy with Tourette's. He's in this movie that is up for an award here. It's called I Swear, and yeah, he's got a really bad Tourette's and all that." I'd be like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
oh man."
If it was Chris Rock, he would have just shrugged it off.
Yeah,
He's
just
good
shrugged
at
it
taking
off.
abuse from the crowd.
Yeah.
And but I haven't heard anything about that. Just that no one's apologized to us, and BBC didn't say anything to us, and the Tourette's guy needs to apologize to them for this. And they started calling it.
Didn't he say, "I'm sorry, I'm not sorry"? If you apologize,
I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Yeah, and then now they're saying like it's violence, like the words are violent, and that's where I'm starting to go.
Word
okay,
lasers. You shot word lasers at me.
Yeah.
I thought in 2024 we settled this for once and for all. Whenever a certain idiot got elected, that like you can't be this fucking bitchy and dramatic and ridiculous about this
Anybody's
stuff.
going to declare White History Month, it's going to be Trump.
Yeah, it's
either going to be November or January. November he got elected, or January 6th, and just because it's the number one month.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me at this point if he was like, it's not fair. We're going to have a month.
He's going to do it.
Whatever the longest one is, one of the 31 ones.
Yeah, one of the
So I want to ask you guys, what was your favorite got 'em that you ever got 'em somebody with? Like my dad used to always say, you know you got 'em if they say really. Like if you fool someone, they go really, and then you know you got 'em. Like mine was with this new guy started at work, and I could tell he was insecure, but he kept taking days off to go to the doctor. So he would leave, and we were on the first floor because it was COVID, and the first floor has these high ceilings, and there's like only 5 other people in there that we don't know, like cubicles over. So he'd leave and go to the doctor, and I'd go, it was because of what's wrong with your penis? And he'd go, every time. So like the 5th time, he's getting up, walking away, and he's like, I'm going to the doctor. And I was like, is it because of what's wrong with your penis? And he goes, there's nothing wrong with my penis. And he's already halfway down the hall, and it just echoes across like the whole thing. And you hear somebody 4 cubicle sections over go, yeah. And I was like, it took a while, but I got him.
Yeah. Oh. I had a good one with a coworker. This guy named Tom that I worked with. He was a little guy, probably like 5'7" or something like that, and he bought a Harley, but it was like the small Harley, like the little one.
Yeah.
And like everyone kind of.
At least it's a Harley.
Well, I mean, he would, he would ride it to work, and he would have his leather vest on.
Yeah.
We always would say like he looked like lesbian Sons of Anarchy because he was really little, and I would just call him gay all the time. I'm like, dude, you're so gay, and he would be, yeah, okay. Oh, dude, your bike, that's so gay.
Scissors of Anarchy.
Yeah, exactly. So every thing that would happen, I'd be like, dude, you're so gay. Like, oh, you bought that bike, you're so gay. Oh, you got that haircut, you're so gay.
Like, I'm not gay.
And then finally one day he's like, dude, enough with the fucking gay stuff, okay? Enough. And I was like, oh shit.
Nice.
I'm like, I honestly, like, I'd never thought it bothered
Touched
him.
a gay nerve.
Yeah, I thought it was like one of those things that bros do. You call each other gay. Like, you call me gay, I call you gay.
With my
like,
penis.
yeah, but he
was gay.
No, I mean,
he
was
didn't
married.
like being called gay.
He was married to a woman.
He is gay for freaking out like that.
He's gay for freaking out like that. Yeah, yeah. I pushed him to his breaking
All your
point.
Chinese friends are like, one time Chris came here, we took your wallet. So funny.
No, those
those
were all whites. We were just in China.
Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious if they're white.
Yeah.
How about if they're Chinese, please?
Yeah.
Can we fix it?
We took his wallet. That's Japanese too.
I mean, you got Dustin all the time because he was older brother.
That was okay. So you guys have made me think of 3 different stories.
Where you go? It's like, really?
Number one, you having that guy that you called gay and making fun of him for being gay and calling him gay or whatever.
Yeah.
I had that, and the entire time the dude was deep in the closet. He was the straightest gay guy. Still is the straightest gay guy I know.
So you really struck a nerve.
Yeah, his name's Mikey V. And we worked together at that job that we all worked together at for at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
And then after we left that job, he decided to come out to everybody. And we were like, dude, we called you a faggot so many times. He's like, it's cool. I know you didn't mean anything by it. Like you didn't mean it. You didn't like you wasn't hateful or whatever.
Oh, he appreciated context.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
interesting.
There was a black guy
like gay guys, like I would say at least half of gay guys, the gay guys that are more masculine, I would say, they're the ones who understand that context a lot more than the more feminine, bitchy gay guys because I know a lot of gay people, and it's always my friends that are a little bit more masculine types are like, oh yeah, and then they call me a faggot back, and we have a gay old time.
Have a gay old time.
But then their boyfriends. Sometimes their boyfriends, the ones that are a little bit more, maybe submissive or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's always a wife.
They just get so bitchy if you even start to make just like a homophobic joke or even just a gay joke at all.
Right.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So the first story that I have about getting is my brother. He was probably 4 or 5. No, he had to have been like 6. He's probably 6. And so I'm like, I'm like 10 or 11, and I spend an entire day convincing him that there is like a monster in my closet.
Hell yeah!
That like I keep seeing things in there.
You made like a campaign out of it, like a D&D.
Yeah, it was a day long, and he didn't believe me. And he didn't believe me. And he didn't believe me. But I got so descriptive, telling him about these individual instances where I heard something or I saw like a claw creep out of it because it was cracked open at night, and I just got it into where
you just referred to it all the time, like our friend. That reminds me of when my husband died. Everything he says all day long. It reminds me of the thing in the closet.
And finally, it got to a point where I knew I had him believe in it, right? In spite of himself. And so then I started doing I'm going to open the closet door. And I let that drag on for probably a good hour, like threatening to open the closet door and him begging me not to and crying.
See, you turned him into a little bitch the same way you turned those dudes gay by calling them faggot over and over again. That's your fault. You do this to people.
And I will never forget. This will be burned into my memory until the day I die, when I finally opened the door. And he screamed like such a girl, to the point where I had him so convinced that I think he literally saw a monster coming out of the closet when I opened the door. I will never forget that scream and just how absolutely terrified he was on his face.
That's amazing.
You start a cult, you can make people believe stuff. Pretty good.
Yeah.
You start the house of Donnie Yahweh.
Yeah. You start your own cult. Yeah.
And then I got my stepsister the exact same way. Well, just as bad. She at this point she was probably 14 or 15 years old, and that was around the time the Scream movies had first come out.
Oh yeah.
And my friend Twan had bought the exact Scream costume. He'd ordered it or whatever, and he'd gotten it. And so he was coming over to my house. It was like late at night. It was probably like 11 o'clock at night, and she was in bed. And so I had him dress up in the costume. And I knocked on the door, and she was like, "Come in." And I opened the door, and she's laying in bed, or she's sitting in bed there. But our niece is in there. Our 6-year-old niece is in there because she was visiting us at the time, and she was spending the night. She was sleeping in the room, which I didn't know she was in there. And I said, "Oh yeah, my friend is here. He wanted to meet you." And then Twan bursts into the room into the Scream costume, and if you've watched the movies, you know how the Scream killer how twitchy he is, and how he's running at you and he's trying to get to you as soon as possible. He does the perfect performance of that, and just coming at her, and he held it all the way until he was climbing up the bed to get her, and she let out the most blood curdling scream. She thought she was being murdered at that exact second.
That's crazy.
And
that's a good one.
As soon as she screamed that loud, he pulls the thing and he takes it all off really, really fast because our parents burst in the door because it sounded like she was being murdered, and they're like, "What the hell is going on?" And I was like, "Oh, Twan just scared Taylor." He jumped. She didn't know he was here, and he came in the door.
Motherfucking white people scared of ghosts. Yeah. Imagine being afraid of every cop car ever. How about that? Entitlement.
But our
get to pick fun, cool fantasy things to be afraid of. We're afraid of the police.
Yeah.
But our 7-year-old niece was sitting there the whole time, so we couldn't keep it a secret. The next morning, because of course she was absolutely terrified too. She's 7 years old, and there's this guy in a murderer in a
lunatic,
Scream mask about to murder her aunt.
Oh my god!
What happened?
And so she told my stepmom. She goes. She told them what happened, and they of course they got so mad at me. Whatever. They never liked Twan. They always hated him.
What happened with Scream 7? There's people protesting it because it's
is it like a pro-Israel?
It's God. Yeah.
Thing or something. I don't know. That it's. I guess Scream is still a kids or a teenager genre because of Jenna Ortega was in the last one.
Uh-huh.
So now all the kids are back into Scream. So now there's been 7 Scream movies across
What?
25 years.
What's
has?
pro-Jew about Scream 7?
I think it's just a certain person in it or someone working on it or the company
budget?
or something.
It's a huge
A
budget?
big budget.
Yeah, isn't every movie a pro-Israel movie? Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
The original Scream movie. There was 3 Scream movies when I was like in high school
Yeah.
and when you guys were like in college,
I
right?
didn't know that there was
But
more than 3.
Sydney.
Then they had 4, 5, 6, and now 7. Yeah.
I had no idea.
I didn't watch any of them. It was too late. By the
Really?
time Pulp Fiction had come out already.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not a movie. I only screen films now. I don't watch movies.
But Scream was Wes Craven. Scream was it was the Nightmare on Elm Street dude. So
yeah. I was never into horror.
yeah,
I got into horror with like Ari Aster recently.
Oh yeah.
Psychological
how
horror.
are you not only into horror recently? Whenever you've been married to the craziest horror movie
I
watcher.
never watch any of those. They all
Really?
suck.
Wow.
I mean, I like thrillers. I like the shark movies and the bear,
Yeah.
cocaine bear, and all that stuff. I don't like. I was never allowed to watch Nightmare on Elm Street and all that. And then once I was finally allowed to watch it, I was like, "This is fucking gay."
Yeah.
Who's scared of this? Your dreams?
Well,
The guys in your dreams?
I don't know. There's ones that are good. I mean, we watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre last year.
That's for
And that
people
was-
that are here are scary because it was right over there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't scary. I just thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's just too time specific
Yeah.
or something, but it just did not like get me.
You can feel the rhythm of it. You know when something's about to happen. It's a jump scare.
Yeah, just
They
But
build
it-
it up.
I think
Some
that
guy's gonna
Texas-
go fuck a girl, and then of
just
course they're gonna die.
yeah.
But that's just one kind of horror movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
because
Yes,
like
that's all there was when I was little.
there was the slashers and the slashers were one kind of horror movie. But then there was The Exorcist.
I wouldn't
The
mind
Exorcist
checking
is
out
completely
Hellraiser.
different from those. Did you ever watch The Exorcist?
No, I've always been intrigued by Hellraiser. Hellraiser looks cool because it's like another dimension.
That's a very like 80s, 90s.
But it's
like,
got sci-fi shit too.
Yeah,
right?
it's got
It's got
sci-fi shit. In
gadgets.
it. Yeah. Did you never watch The Shining?
Event Horizon was the first
Shining,
horror movie
dude.
that I ever even
Shining's
liked at all.
fucking scary.
Yeah, The Shining is still, and it is literally a good film. It is a film.
Yeah, it's good.
and it's awesome.
Event Horizon got me because of
Event
sci-fi.
Horizon- Yeah.
I just watched it as a sci-fi.
I wasn't impressed by Event Horizon because I've never been impressed by Paul W.S. Anderson, the guy who did it. The guy who did all the shitty Resident Evil movies. But then in like the
Paul
2000s.
White Supremacy Anderson. What's the WS stand for?
I'm sure it's white supremacy.
I'm gonna name my boy something nice because we don't have a month. God damn it!
But then, in the early 2000s, the J-horror, the Japanese horror movies started coming out.
I never
Is there
saw.
You ever
Jew-
went and saw The Ring or The Grudge or any of
There's
those?
J horror.
Oh, The
Jew
Ring.
Horror too.
The
Yeah.
Ring was a
Blumhouse.
Japanese.
Yeah, it was originally Japanese. It was remade from America.
Okay, I
And
remember
then-
I remember the Ring.
And then The Grudge was also so like all the Japanese, and that was a more interesting horror.
Is Blumhouse
type.
J horror too? Because he's a Jew. The Bloom guy. Do you watch those?
Yeah, Blumhouse.
Yeah.
That's
don't
like
know.
a. they're
Or
like
is
a-
that K
Jake-
horror? Because he's a kike.
it's not. Yeah, it's Jason Blum is the guy who runs that. I might be a black guy. I don't know.
Speaking of Hollywood, they're having all these arguments about Epstein when he said, he was a phebophile instead of a pedophile because he's only into barely legal. So I guess the line is like now for 13 or 15. So my kids are now 13 and 16 years old. So I've successfully made it without them getting pedophile diddled, at least
Yeah.
so far.
Well, at least as far as
It
you know.
seems like it's happening all the time, everywhere.
yeah.
Just like the N-word stuff. The
Yeah.
media is real into saying how many kids are getting diddled, and you made it.
Yeah.
Your kids never got fingered or whatever.
As far as I know. I mean, sometimes this stuff doesn't come out until later,
You
right?
made it all the
They're-
way past
like,
to 18 with both of them.
Yeah. Well,
Pat yourself on my back.
he'll be 8.
The funny thing about my back is located on my cock. Pat yourself on the.
Okay, bring it over here. I'll pat you. Yeah, well, Jacob, he won't be 18 for another couple months, but I do think I'm in the clear on that one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting touched at this point.
I mean, he gets grabbed like that in wrestling. You have
We're
to.
definitely
Don't you have
not.
to get him?
Yeah,
Isn't
there's
there
like,
a butt grab?
like checking the oil. There's like a move called
Yeah.
checking the
So
oil.
if somebody
check,
tried
yeah.
to check his oil, he'd be like, "I wrestle."
Yeah.
I wasn't cute enough to get molested. I
No,
guess.
that's true.
What
I've told you about the molester
Yeah.
that at our church.
Yeah.
He babysat me and my brother. He didn't try anything.
I know.
So I guess we were just ugly.
I was the same. The principal who molested a bunch of people at my school, my buddy died, and he called me into his office, and I sat in his office for a full day. He called me out of classes for a full day, and he
Your
was
buddy
like,
was probably dying to get molested.
he was already dead at that point. The buddy was already dead at that point. But I was in the in the molester's office for a full day. He never tried to molest me once.
Yeah.
He did give me a back rub, though.
You were trying to like flirt. You're like,
Yeah. I had my shorts pulled up like this so you could see my like nuts were half hanging
How did your
out.
friend die?
A motorcycle accident.
Oh, okay.
in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's two kinds of motorcycle riders.
Yeah.
Ones that haven't crashed yet and ones that are dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ridden a motorcycle? You like it?
I've
Talk about
ridden
them?
I've ridden dirt bikes.
I mean, you fly airplanes, so.
Yeah. It's been a minute though.
Yeah.
I haven't flown in a long time.
What do y'all think about this Austrian guy that murdered his girlfriend by telling her to shut up and walking away? The hiking people. They went up to the second highest mountain in Europe. You didn't hear about this, Donnie? This has been one of my favorite headlines for the last month. Some guy's being accused of murdering his girlfriend by leaving her to freeze to death
Oh,
on top
yeah.
of this mountain.
And she was and he'd done it before.
Okay.
I saw that. I saw that
Sounds like
article
he
before.
hikes with a lot
he
of
keeps
loud women
Yeah. Yeah.
Needs to stop.
Doesn't sound like his fault.
hyping with yappers.
Yeah. Wait, it's the second time it's happened with like two different chicks or
yeah.
The evidence is mounting.
It's starting to look like a pattern.
Yeah, he took her hiking.
Yeah.
She had snowboarding boots on with no crampons or anything. Like not hiking boots. He waved off a helicopter that tried to help him and told him they were okay. And then they got to where they were going to freeze to death and he was like, all right, I'm going back down. And she couldn't go any further.
He was convicted of manslaughter. He's given a 5-month sentence.
One man slaughter, please. It's almost March.
Yeah.
Why? I guess I don't understand. Like,
Okay, here's the story.
because like they were both in grave danger. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but he made it out. He
Gross
was the
negligent
fastest-
manslaughter.
So if you're the fastest swimmer, are you guilty of murdering your girlfriend by a shark?
Yeah.
Or the fastest runner? Did you murder her with a bear because
Yeah.
you got away?
Yeah.
Well,
He got
Now-
away from the cold fastest, and she failed.
Yeah. It's true.
Now we're getting into we're getting into like religious tenets here with when we start talking about women and bears and men. And,
Yeah.
the
The 11th commandment.
yeah.
So I mean, they're doing something hard, like climbing the second highest mountain in Europe, and I don't know. I kind of feel like if you're doing that sort of thing, it's like you're assuming your own risk. You're not responsible for
If your
anyone
boyfriend
else's
asks you to do
risk.
something fucking retarded, don't go.
Yeah,
Right.
he
That's all
basically
you,
he
bitch.
basically left her on top of a mountain
Yeah.
to die, and he didn't
And
even
she's
put
still
like
there.
her. He didn't put her bivouac or her emergency blanket over her, which that's something that you have when you climb is that you have a lot of things
Yeah.
like that for
Yeah.
when you need them. And yeah,
She didn't have her own, but she didn't bring a thing. She didn't bring the right boots. She didn't bring her own bivouac. She didn't ask the helicopter to help her. Why is he responsible for all this stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where's her purse?
Is she hot?
Yeah, that's the most important. We're asking
Was
the
she
real
hot?
questions today.
Yeah. We're
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Black History
Here it
Month,
is,
and we're
right
asking the real questions.
A former girlfriend called as a witness testified that she had also climbed that mountain with him in 2023. She said he had abandoned her on the route that night after her head torch ran out of battery, leaving her distressed.
Yeah.
So he tried to leave one up on a mountain before.
He doesn't like complainers
Yeah.
that don't know how to hike.
Yeah.
It happens over and over again when
Yeah.
you bring your girlfriend hiking.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've taken my wife hiking down the road at Mary Wright Seymour. She starts complaining, okay, let's go back to the car.
right.
Yeah.
We're not going to keep hiking anymore once you start, these aren't the right shoes.
I
And
Hike
to be fair,
over.
it is only
Yeah.
2 women. Now, if it was like, again, if it was a Cosby level, if it was like 50 women, then
Yeah.
okay, maybe there's something to that.
well, the
Maybe
former
you're
girlfriend
better.
didn't die, obviously, right? Like,
Yeah.
He's Mr. Freeze.
yeah, Mr. Freeze. Do what?
Riddle me this, bad jerk.
You'll need to chill.
Why don't you chill out, bitch? Bitch, why don't you shut up? Your complaining is too loud in Austria. Oh my God.
What killed the girlfriend? The Ice Age. Bye, bitch.
She wanted to be back. Hasta la vista, baby. I'm leaving you on the fucking
Won't
mountain.
be back.
Yeah.
She was like, don't leave. And he was like, hasta la vista.
Yeah.
They need to have an Oscar for most improved actress for all these bitches that are getting surgery. Like, if your face looks different last year than this year, then they can get most improved.
I wouldn't call that an improvement in most cases.
Yeah, it's never good. I don't know why they do it. There's only a couple actresses I can
They're
think
looks
of.
maxing. They've been looks maxing forever. They have to have a cool
Yeah.
jawline. That was cool that your son knew some of those words.
He did, yeah.
Some of those cool
he
guy
did.
words.
He did. I've now shared that a couple more times, and no one knows what the fuck's going on.
We're fucking gonna go to Houston and see some baseball and get munted.
We're gonna get munted.
I'm gonna mog you guys out of every photo.
You gonna mog my butt or what?
Yeah, we're gonna get mogged.
Yeah.
Mog my butthole.
We showed Jacob the tweet where it's like Clavicular got mogged and munted after mid-gesture gooning that thing, and because I am very curious how much like the kids around us know about that stuff because it's so online.
Did Wyatt know? Did we talk about that?
Yeah,
we did talk
some
about
of
it.
He's
Yeah,
like, I understand some of it, but I don't really pay attention to that stuff. So.
Yeah, that's good. That means
it's good that he's not paying attention to that stuff.
It means he's not a faggot.
He's not gesture gooning over that bullshit.
Yeah, he's not gesture gooning over that bullshit. That's exactly right, Josh.
I was trying to write a joke about the trans shooter. You know how they say they're serving cunt if you're doing a good job?
Yeah.
Being trans. So he was like either serving gun or shooting cunt. Something that sounds like serving cunt, but with shooting, killing people.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have to work on that one.
Is that just how you express yourself if you have an identity crisis now?
Yeah.
I got to come and fucking kill somebody. I can't decide if I'm a lady or not.
If it's a fat trans with a gun, you could say serving gunt. And
then,
right? I don't know.
There you go.
Fucking stupid.
If she killed somebody in a hit and run and she was a swerving cunt.
If a mass shooter is never a woman,
that was
but there's been a bunch of trans women mass shooters. That doesn't make me believe trans women that much.
Right.
It's not
right.
It definitely there's a
now if it was a trans man that was shooting them, I'd be like, oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you really are a man.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
But I would think that if you're a trans woman, women don't shoot up schools.
Yeah.
Well, how many mass shootings have there been of women?
It's Bruce Jenner. She was swerving cunt.
Yeah.
She killed somebody with her car.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just a late joke.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be about a shooter.
How many women in history, really, and not talking about wars and well, actually, even including wars, like how many women have shot someone like not in self-defense? Like where it's like they're going out with a gun to fucking kill a bitch.
That lady from Monster, the Charlize Theron's movie.
Women cut dudes' dicks off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut dudes' dicks off.
Yeah.
They're just out to maim.
Yeah, eventually some women and some women go violent.
One lady did that, and we're like, all women cut all dudes. Yes,
all
dicks get cut off.
Lorena Bobbitt.
Hashtag my also dick.
Every woman is Lorena Bobbitt.
Yeah.
Every woman bears a Lorena Bobbitt sin.
I
was actually
got my
joke.
dick cut off that day also because the violence of the words.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a while that every single white woman is personally responsible for the death of Emmett Till.
Yeah.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm every woman.
Yeah.
That's what that song is.
I'm like, okay, fine. If I'm going to take on all the sins of like my forefathers and my race and my gender and all that kind of stuff, you guys can take Emmett Till.
Yeah.
If I'm responsible for all of slavery and all that stuff, then you guys lied about Emmett Till whistling at you and got your cousins to go murder him
Hang
in the
him
creek.
up. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
My son had another banger. He's putting words in funny places like Yoda. I got some strawberries out of the fridge and they were moldy, and I was like, "Hey, you want a strawberry?" And he was like, "Get the fuck rid of those." And I was like, "That's good. I'm gonna start doing that. Put the fuck in a weird place in a phrase that doesn't go.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck are you doing? How are you the fuck doing?
How are you the fuck doing? Yeah. Yeah.
It's the Yoda of swearing.
Yeah. He's a real wordsmith.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah. Nice.
Did you hear the Squatty Potty guy got arrested for pedophilia?
No. We were just talking about the Squatty
Yeah,
Potty.
last week.
Yeah.
The inventor of the Squatty Potty got brought up on child sexual abuse, possessing child sexual abuse images.
Oh.
See, Sam.
The guy who invented a device to help you squat down and push on something.
Right.
It's a pedophile.
Imagine that. Yeah. It's kind of like with Jared. Like when I found out Jared was into that stuff, I wasn't surprised. I was like, yeah, that seems like a real Jared thing to be into.
I mean, it was obvious, right? It was obvious that he was a creepy pedophile just from his face and his voice and everything. Like, how did we not see it? Jared is about like who's the British guy? Jimmy Savile. But Jared is basically the American Jimmy Savile because just by looking at him, it was obvious that he was molesting children.
Yeah.
I like your bit about when we were talking about when teachers told us you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket all the time. You're not going to have all the porn in the world in your pocket all the time.
Yeah.
But it's got to be a sketch about a dad showing his son his first hustler.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to hide this somewhere. You're not always going to have porn. Little did he know, I will always have all of the porn
Yeah.
in my pocket
Did your
forever.
dad show you porn, Josh?
No.
Okay, where you getting that example of the
Yeah.
dad
I've
showing his
heard-
son as hustler?
Like, son, today's the day that you learn something
Yeah.
great.
I've heard
Here's a
stories of
hustler.
like dads taking or uncles taking their nephew out to like the strip club for the first time.
Yeah.
That
So
kind of thing.
Yeah.
actually,
You're not going to be able to see naked women all the time. This is special.
Yeah.
To tell you the kind of people I come from, I have a cousin in the valley who's the cousin is my dad's cousin. So my dad's first cousin or second cousin or something. And when he turned like 13, his dad took him across the border and got him a hooker.
Yeah.
Took him to a brothel.
13?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not always going to have a little Mexican hooker in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little did he know, I have every
There's-
Mexican hooker.
Yeah.
that's
Dude.
ever
That's
existed.
a class of Texan that I come from.
13 is that's
Yeah.
that's an age for that.
That's
Yeah.
how you make sure your kid's not gay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You will never
Dude.
be gay.
Don't need no
You're
queers.
gonna rub a smelly pussy all over your fucking face.
Ugh.
Don't need
That
no
actually would make me
queers
gay.
harvesting the
That
cock.
would make me gay.
I
yeah.
haven't seen tits yet, and I
Yeah.
got a gross Mexican
Your
fat lady
first
pussy all
your
over.
first hits are like
Like,
Mexican
I'm gay.
flompers. Yeah.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
I like dick now. Get me out of here, please.
Can we go to the men's, the LeBear?
Yeah. Yeah, I come from a big chunk of my family is cotton pickers. So that's why I'm kind of black.
I went to
I
cotton.
can-
That's
That's
why
why I
you
can
can
say
say
it.
it. That's why you
That's
can
why I
say
can
it.
say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
No, we're
you need your own
Texan
month.
cotton farmers.
Man.
That is where like a big chunk of my
What's
family
the
is
cedar
from.
choppers? That's a thing too. What is that? Is that just bush hoggers because it was so cedary around here?
Yeah.
Those are the people that are like this area.
That was probably Mexicans.
Yeah.
They're wet back,
Yeah.
cedar chopper redneck hillbillies. We're going to Houston for the god awful pedophile Jewish Hollywood baseball trip.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Next Saturday.
Yeah. Next Saturday. It's a week from this Saturday.
I've-
No, it's Friday. A week from
a week from
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
A week from
Okay,
tomorrow.
it is
Yeah.
Friday. Okay, at
Yeah.
1 p.m.
Yes.
Leaving here at
Sweet.
1 p.m.
I get to get out of work early.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sick. That's a dental appointment.
Friday at 1 p.m. I am going to pick Jacob up at school. I was like, hey, what time can you get out of school? He's like 3. I'm like, that's not really cutting it for me.
Are we coming back Saturday, or are we just going to move to Houston until Monday? I got my tax return. I got $6,000. Let's go.
Dude, you got
Fuck it.
$6,000?
Yeah,
Man.
I have to buy an oven and a dishwasher.
I had to pay $75.59. Do you want to give me your $6,000? I feel like
This is going to be the embodiment of rob from the poor to
Yeah.
give to the rich.
No, in Trump's America, Josh, you have to give
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
your tax return.
We're going to celebrate
Yeah.
White History Month in November. I'll give it to you, January.
wait, you've told me how much your paycheck is before.
Mhm.
It's not that different from what my paycheck is.
Yeah.
It's not like so much different where it would be like,
Yeah.
oh, I am here.
That's not
and-
my take home.
Yeah, but
They take a lot
but
out.
Josh also doesn't have a piece of a company
Yeah.
on his on his
Yeah,
spreadsheet.
I don't own
Yeah.
anything.
It's not worth anything until it's worth
I've
something,
never
right?
bought or
Like,
sold a house. I never had any capital gains.
yeah,
Well, you sold your California house, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah, so you got all that. No, I mean, the reason I liked your job is because I have to work, and I'm in like a communist thing where I have to
Yeah.
do 40 hours and be there 8 hours a day, Monday to Friday, and you don't have to do that. But you do because you own the company, and you would probably do more than that
yeah,
so that it will do good.
yes,
So you have to for a different reason.
yeah.
Now we're going to the World Baseball Classic, so we're going to see the USA versus Brazil.
Is
Yeah.
there going to be a bunch of hot Brazilian bitches there?
I hope so.
Just let me look at it a little bit.
I hope so.
I don't want to touch it. I just want to look at it.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be good. I think there's so we can drink. Well, you're gonna drink, right? Are you?
Yeah, I'll drink there.
You're gonna drink there.
I
Okay.
made a promise.
Well, I mean, I don't care one way or the
Made a
other.
white
I'm
man's
just
promise.
saying, like we can go there and drink, but I feel like we won't go too crazy because my kid's gonna be there and your dad's gonna be there. So like,
I'm not going to have a child or a father there. And you guys are driving everywhere.
I was thinking that I was gonna.
I will
Hasta
probably
la
have,
vista, baby.
I will probably have a drink at the hotel if there's a bar at the hotel.
Yeah.
I will have 2 beers at the game, and I will have 1 drink back at the hotel that night.
Yeah.
I'm bringing
That's
hydro-
probably what I'm going to do.
You know,
I'm
I,
bringing opiates and gummies if you guys want any.
opiates
I'm gonna
and
have
gum-
plenty of opiates and gummies.
Oh, are
on
you
there.
gonna bring like a Vicodin or something, or
Just the tooth shit I got last month.
what you? Oh, the Vicodin.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
They're the
haven't
good
touched
ones.
them. I'm
Yeah.
saving them
Yeah.
for a fun weekend.
That's what I had for my surgery too. I still have like 6 or 7 of them
Yeah.
left. Yeah.
Oh, they're
Well,
so
let's put
they're,
yours
they're,
together
they're
with
like little
mine.
pieces of candy.
But there, I don't know if I want that in public. Do I want that in public? Do you want that in public? I don't know.
To-
It's 1 for pain, 2 for pleasure. But one, if you take one, it's like 6 beers.
If you take one, it feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm a weirdo. I just have this thing about like being in public where I'm like, I don't want to be too out of it.
You don't have to do shit. You got your kid. You're driving.
I'm not saying it like, oh, you're tempting me to do
I'm
it.
gonna be fucked up on pills and gummies and grabbing Brazilian bitches' butts because I don't even care about baseball. I'm going to the other side of the stadium on the other fans. I'm gonna go Brasil. I'm gonna learn Portuguese.
Other side of the stadium.
Do you see what I did there?
Yeah.
How I just maneuvered Josh onto you.
Yeah. That was pretty
Offload.
good. That was pretty good.
Now we're gonna have a fun week. We're gonna go to a baseball game. We're gonna go eat barbecue at the number 2 Texas Monthly place.
Yeah.
Chris might go to another UT baseball game with
Yeah.
us. Then we're gonna do Chris's birthday. We're having a whole week.
It's going to be a whole
What are we doing in the
thing,
hotel?
yeah.
Are we shitting in the lobby for manners, or are we gonna shit in the room?
I mean, it's
You're buying the hotel, so I'll shit wherever you want me to.
It's 3 guys, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't have a rule about that.
Yeah, that's a romance rule. That's for women.
Yeah, like
Okay, good.
when I go to a hotel with my family, I always go down to the lobby and shit, despite being the one who's paying for the fucking hotel.
I know. I feel like an asshole. If we go to the number 2 barbecue place in the world and you're paying for the room, I'll probably go shit in the lobby just to be polite.
Wait, the number 2 barbecue place in Texas is
Also the
Leroy and
number 2.
Lewis, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're going to Leroy and Lewis.
Is it Leroy?
Yeah.
I thought it was Leroy.
That's not on the Houston trip.
No,
That's
that's
different.
like
That's
Wednesday.
That's 3 days later.
That's your baby
That's
boy
Wednesday.
birthday cake day.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the Houston report.
Well, and we're probably going to record next week too before we go, right? So we'll record one more time.
Yeah.
So you'll hear this one more, and
Yeah.
then about Houston.
Maybe we should record while we're in Houston.
Yeah.
We should get your dad in on that.
Yeah.
And Jacob.
I'm just going to write it down.
Jacob's going to be like,
Hey,
what
Dad, tell us your Malcolm X joke.
Yeah.
All right, that's the week.
Yeah, see
That
ya.
may.